I don't really care about these. We're going to talk about the pancreas. Pituitary. You know, the pituitary has two sides, anterior and posterior. The anterior side are where different hormones are produced. The posterior side just stores two different hormones. And let's not worry about that. Skip that, don't worry about it. I'm not going to talk about it. But we'll talk about this now. It also comes in the nutrition chapter. But this is the weight thing. How much weight should we gain in pregnancy? 25 to 35 pounds, exactly right. I don't care what your book says. I'm going on tape and film saying, I don't care what your book says about weight gain. We're going with a number that I like and that is in many other published editions of nursing books. Normal weight gain in pregnancy is 25 to 35 pounds. Okay? Now, that's all we're going to learn. Now, is it going to be different if she has triplets? Yeah. Is it going to be different if she weighs 350 pounds when she gets pregnant?
Yes.
Probably. Because we're not going to put her on a diet. We never put pregnant women on a diet. Never. However, remember, a diet means that you're consuming fewer calories than required. Most women who weigh 350 pounds are consuming more calories than they need. So if we educate them, and they now are consuming the proper amount of calories, they might do what? They might actually lose weight. And that's okay, as long as their fetus is growing. Do you see? But we never say take fewer calories than you need. But nobody needs 5,000 calories a day, which is probably how they got to 350 pounds. Or 400 pounds. Okay? So 25 to 35 pounds. If she's obese, we're going to say in our head, as long as the fetus is growing properly, a little bit less weight is okay. If she's growing 2 or 3 or multiple fetuses, she's going to have to gain more. I don't think the NCLEX will ever try to trick you any more than that. Okay? 25 to 35, I think, will take you all the way that you need to know. Now, how is that divided up into the trimesters is a little bit important. So, I don't care what your book says, but in our world, in the first trimester, a normal weight gain in pregnancy is 3.5 to 5 pounds. So in the first, how many weeks will she gain 3.5 to 5 pounds?
12.
First 12 weeks, 3.5 to 5 pounds. And for the rest of the time, the easiest thing to remember is about a pound a week. And that's going to take you all the way. So if I tell you a woman is 20 weeks pregnant and she's gained 8 pounds, is that enough? No. So she could have gained 3.5 pounds up to 12 weeks. 12 to 20 is 8 more. And I said she'd gain how much?
12. She should have at least 8.5 pounds.
So she would have gained 8, 9, 10, 11, right?
8.5 pounds.
Let's see. I'm messing myself up. So 0 to 12, she can gain 3.5 to 5 pounds. And then a pound a week. She's 20 weeks, and she's gained 20 pounds. So from here to here, she could have gained in the first part, she could have gained 3.5 or 5 would be the most.
And then
Here, a pound a week after that. So 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
8.
So that's 8 and 8. That's 13 and 11.5. So what is this? Too much. Right? So that's how you figure that out. Does that make sense? Okay. So when you casually put her up on the scale and you're doing your calculation in your head because you've already, gotten in your head, how much she weighed at her last visit. It's been 4 weeks and she's gained 14 pounds. Are we concerned? Yes. So what do we know about that?
Her diet is not right?
What we know is that ain't right.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
That ain't right.
Okay.
Now, what do we need more of?
More data.
We ask her questions. How's your diet been? Are you eating a lot? Or she might tell you, I am so puffy. My legs and feet are all swollen up, etc., etc. Or she might say, I go to Dunkin' Donuts every day. Okay, who knows, I don't know. I can't stop eating cheese and queso. Or chips and queso.
Cheese and queso.
Jesus Christ.
Cheese and more cheese.
Because of the excess fluid gain, some women do find that they have carpal tunnel during pregnancy. Does that go away after pregnancy? It should. Yes, it should, if it's caused by the fluid retention, which we have 50% more fluid. Okay,
How
Okay.
does that manifest with fluid retention?
carpal tunnel.
Yeah. 'Cause isn't
Yeah,
that
carpal
like a-
tunnel symptoms. The compartment in there is smaller because there's more fluid. You just have excess fluid, extravascular fluid,
Okay.
extravascular. Notice this word dependent edema.
Yeah.
Dependent edema is found where in the body?
The lower extremity.
The lower extremities, ankles, feet. In pregnancy, especially during the day, dependent edema is normal. Okay? What kind of edema is not normal?
Upper.
Generalized edema, or edema of the face and hands, is not normal. Okay? Could mean a lot of different things, but the first thing you say to yourself is, she has edema of her face and hands, and that ain't right. Okay? Remember, we may not be always the person to figure out what caused something wrong or an abnormal sign or symptom. Our job as nurses is to recognize abnormal and report it, and what is reportable, right? We're not going to fix the fact that she's got edema all over her body, right? We may contribute to some interventions, but that's not going to be our job. So generalized edema is not okay. Now I'll tell you, it's the first time you've ever seen this woman, and she could just be a little round and fluffy, or she could be all puffed up. How will you know?
Ask questions.
Ask questions. You look at her fingers and it looks like her wedding band is about to cut the circulation off of her finger. So you assume that she's retaining a lot of fluid. But you may be wrong. You need to ask, are your rings any tighter now that you're pregnant? Sometimes they'll say, no, first 5 years I gained all that weight and I haven't been able to get my ring off since then. I mean, it could be that. Or they'll say, oh yeah, we were thinking about cutting it off, but I just couldn't do that. You know, so you have to ask, right? You may not know if they're puffy, fat, or retaining water. And don't say, are you fluffy, fat, or retaining water? Just ask the question. They're moody, remember? Okay, let me see. I think we're almost done. We're going to finish this and then we'll take a break. So just a couple of more minutes. And I don't really care about that. Okay, let's take a break. It's 11 o'clock. Do you want to take a short break and then come back and take a longer break later? Or do you want to just take like a 10, max 15-minute break now, or do you want to take a 30-minute break? What do you usually do?
10.
Take a short break now? Okay, let's take a short break now. Let's break for like 10, 15 minutes of the moment, okay? At the most. Answer all these.